Good morning. Good morning. See who's awake this morning on this Friday morning. We're going to find out who's heading over to Minefield and what's going on for the weekend with everybody. I'll leave it on here a little while and see who pops on with us. I know a lot of people getting ready for work, and I wanted to do it I wanted to do it this Friday because I knew we had some people traveling to Minefield. I've not determined whether it's about 2 hours from me, about a 2 hour drive, so I haven't determined whether I'm going to drive up there or not. I'm feeling better, but we're going to see how I feel later tonight. Decide if I drive down there in the morning. So just wait and see if anybody else pops on here. And if they don't, I'll end it early and move on and see what's going on for the rest, though. Weather's pretty good here, though. So I haven't looked to see what the weather's going to be in Minefield, but it's been pretty good here lately. So hopefully it'll be a dry time. And this year it's going to be It's going to be a 2 day, not just a 1 day. So have to wait and see see what everybody else does. So I'll see. We got somebody lurking back there because I got my PC on here. I got two other people back there. So make yourself known and hit that chat. While you're driving in the back from the back seat, you can do it while they're driving. Why are they driving? I hear a train outside going here. I came into the office early this morning so I could connect to the good internet here. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I know some of you are getting up, getting ready for work. I know some of you older guys are getting ready just to get your coffee and try to get your day going. Yeah, I want to know how many people on the road heading to Minefield. I know there's got to be a couple of you. I don't want to make this one of these marathon live streams. Just a time to kick on and see who's awake and who's having their coffee or who's driving on their way to work today, or if they're off. Friday seems kind of like the big day now. I know a lot of you guys, at least myself, I don't do anything usually on the weekend. So when Friday hits around, I'm happy that it's over for the week, so I can kind of kick back and spend some time with my family, which I'm in the U.S. now, so I can't see them, but I'll be heading back. My plan was to head back right after Minefield. I had a little surgery done, so I've kind of been under the weather and out a little bit. But I'm feeling better. Things are better, and I may take a trip over to the drone meet while I'm here before I head back. I put my link out there. I don't know if anybody, I may not have sent it out. I thought I did because I had said I may go live Friday morning. And it's 7:05 here in Nashville. So I know some other people are behind us time-wise. We'll wait to see. Well, we got more people in the background. I don't see them in the chat, but I can see they looking. So you know what they say too. If they don't appear but they looking, they still fans. I've got another piece of software too. I think it will actually tell me the locations of where it's at. So who we got here? All right, got Michael on here. Hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy? All the way from Australia. I'm in the U.S. now. I don't have anybody from the U.S. watching, and you pop in all the way from Australia. Wow, that's impressive. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. You know, I've never done a live on my Traveltech channel. I've always done it on World Drone Community. And I wanted to start doing more on this, just about the stuff that I normally do just for myself and talk to you guys. And so I thought I'd start off on Fridays, and I may play with the time and days a little bit until I kind of get the feel of maybe when people have a little bit of free time. But I know a lot of people were going to be out on the road today driving a minefield. I know it gets boring. I know they want to give people updates on what's going on. And along with that, they want to pop in so they can get on here and be seen, to get more subscribers into their channels too. And some will stay back and try to come out on their own instead of coming through one of our channels. That way it kind of directs the traffic straight to them. It's understandable. That's usually the people we get sitting in the backgrounds. How is the weather in Australia? And actually, what time is it now? Because it's 7:07 a.m. here now. So what's the weather there? All right. Hey, Steve. I didn't know if I sent this out, if it sent you guys notifications, because a lot of you guys probably are subscribed to my channel from way back. I've never done a live. I just usually do videos. So, Steve, how's the weather where you're at, buddy? And Michael and Steve, do y'all know anybody that's heading down to Minefield for this weekend for Ken's event? Yeah, Steve said, yeah. It's funny, the StreamYard's a lot slower than the actual one is. Yeah, 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 rainy. Yeah, raining every day, Steve. Yeah, I understand that. We've actually got a little bit better weather in Nashville lately. I mean, we've had a little rain, but I don't know. It's kind of like Florida is sometimes, The weatherman's got a great job. It's got to rain today. In Florida, it rains everywhere. Here and there, it may just rain for 3 minutes, but as long as he says it rains, he's accurate. So the weather has been busy here. So, so Steve, what are you up to, buddy? What have you been doing? What are you doing up this early? You getting ready for work, going to work, kick back, having your coffee? I think Ross said he was gonna. Michael, you know Ross, don't you? Okay, it's 1 p.m. there. Okay, cool. So if it's 1 p.m., are you at the office? Or are you at home? Or yeah, I've been reading about the drone laws. A lot of stuff changing in the UK for the drone flyers there. I mean, is it that rough? Do they enforce it that hard, Steve? Retired is the way to be. I retired several years ago from actually working at my company and started working remote from home and kind of drowned myself out to the point of I just kind of like check in and make sure things are running good, and that's kind of it. And I've been doing more lately since I came to the U.S. My brother's got a computer repair shop, and it's like I've never seen something so busy in my life. When he said he's busy, I thought, he's busy. But when I got down here and realized that every time we go somewhere and come back, there's people standing at the door to bring stuff in. So I started off down here helping him a little bit, trying to get caught up. Damn, it seems like the more we get caught up, the further behind we get with people bringing stuff. And it's small, so he does a lot of web-based stuff. And usually people will leave the systems and then in a couple of days he'll come pick them up. But since I've been here, if he's gone somewhere, one of us has tried to stay in the store to have people come in. And man, when we did that, so many more people came in here. It's just, you get the business if the doors are open. So it's been keeping me super busy, but I've been here long enough that I'm fixing to have to head back to Thailand, head home. Put my goggles on here. Oh, great. So, yeah, Michael, say the weather's beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah, Steve, I hear that. I hear that. So much clickbait out there and people put stuff out, especially in UK. The laws. We want to know the laws. So what happens? We go watch the channels. So the bait works. I think most of the people, at least most of the people we have in our groups and the pilots, we pretty much, we know what rules to follow. We know what not to do. We know what not to do. Yeah, I hope the weather stays here good. Probably in the next, I'd say week and a half, I'll be heading back to Virginia. I've got an 88-year-old mother that's got dementia. I want to be able to see her before I get on the plane and head back to Thailand because it'll be a while. It'll be sometime next year. I don't know. We may come back for the winter and go skiing. My wife's never seen snow. I think she'd get a kick out of it, so I might bring her back and my daughter for Christmas time, and then, of course, we'll go back. With her job, she can't be gone too long. Um, Works at the government, so they like you to be at work when you're on salary. They like you there. So, so have you guys been flying much lately? And what are you flying? What's the drone of choice lately for you guys? Y'all see me looking over the other, and I got another screen here. It's bigger because you guys know on StreamYard it gives you like one little row, and when people post, it takes forever. Where on the other machine, I can see your response faster. But it's funny because there's a delay between the StreamYard and over on what y'all are seeing, but the text is faster, so it's kind of back assward. I know some of the I know you guys in UK, you kind of get the short end of the stick when we have giveaways and stuff like that because shipping stuff out of the country a lot of times it's more expensive than what we're giving out when we do get the stuff. But we have a couple of really good companies now, accessory companies that have put out stuff. And it's going to make it a little bit easier because I think what I'm going to start doing, instead of having to worry about shipping it to you guys, I'm just actually going to buy it from the companies that sell the products over there. Like one of the companies I deal with, we have a link here for the US to send people to buy the products here. And then on the other hand, in Thailand, we have a whole different platform because we don't have Amazon or anything over there. And so it's called Lazada. And there's a platform over there that the vendors use for links. So like I use USA links for the people in USA. I use Thailand links. We got a link for UK, and then we got, of course, a link for China, which because they don't have an alphabet and you can't read the crap, it makes it difficult. Thailand's a little easier because, I've got translation software. A lot of people in those areas that fly drones, of course, speak English. But just to be able to send stuff to make it fair for you guys, because y'all do take the time like you did now. We get the only two people in the chat, and y'all are from different countries. So, you guys are important because you're in our groups, but you're also important because you know y'all stay up later hours or early hours to come on and do different stuff. And we want y'all as subscribers, vice versa. We want to be subscribed to you and see what's going on in your countries because y'all may get some laws first, and then it hits us, or the U.S. may get them, and then it hits you guys. So it's really important to stay up to date. So let's see what we got here. Mini 3 Pro, not had much to fly it yet. And flight drones together, yeah. Not seen your Traveltech later show recently. Yeah, I've not done, I've never done live streams on Traveltech. It's always been my private channel for when I do videos here and there. And I was actually, me and Al were doing a lot of World Drone Community stuff. And I started feeling really bad just before I left Thailand to come back to the U.S. to visit family. And I started getting a bunch of cramping and not feeling good. And I just knew it was something bad, like I had a growth or something inside. And, I tried to ignore it thinking, oh, it's going to go away. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm indestructible. I'm not going to get cancer or get anything, that's going to hurt me. But then I had other people around me that were having issues. And I was like, well, maybe I should go get it checked out. And I really thought I had some type of growth or something growing in me. And then I went to the urologist, and he's like, hernia issue. We'll get it fixed. So been a little sore and trying to get up, but everything is good with me now. I just need a little bit more time to heal. So because of that, I've kind of been staying out of the scene because of it, because this has been bothering me for a while. And, it's different in Thailand. I can go straight over to the hospital, to the doctor, make an appointment, and they'll do whatever I need them to do here. They want to know, are you a new patient? Are you an old patient? We'll get you in the third month after Christmas. It's ridiculous. So I just called a urologist and said, look, here's my situation. I'm in town vacation in the U.S. I need you to look at something. I've got an issue. I went in. They ran tests, did some other stuff. And now I'm not, I don't have any kind of cancer or anything like that. But I'll tell you, I thought it was going to be. I really, really did, because the way it was affecting me, it was gradually getting worse. And at 56 years old, as of this July, that we just passed, it's time. If something happens, things are going to start showing up. So that's why I've kind of been out of the drone altogether. It's hard for me to schedule anything because I don't know how I'm going to feel or where I'm going to be. But now I've got everything. I don't have to go back for any more visits or anything else. So hopefully I can get back on board and we can have our World Drone stuff going again. But I want to start doing more stuff on YouTube, because there are so many companies out there right now that are entering the arena of drone accessories. And I really want to be able to do more stuff on getting some of those products in and testing them and using them, and doing maybe shorts or something instead of doing longer videos. Just kind of do shorts on actually how the products are, because I know you said you had a Mini 3 Pro, and that's what I've been flying lately. I've got several drones, but the thing is it's small, it's convenient. Now, let me ask you this. Now, you said you had the Mini 3 Pro. Have you bought an extended battery for it yet? That's what I want to know, because I want to tell you my experience with the extended battery situation. Michael, I have the original Mavic 3 II, and then I had the Mavic 3 Pro. And the Mavic 3 was, for me, it was it was a huge upgrade, because when it came out, it was the drone to have. And my only downfall on that, I don't know how long you've had yours. When I first got it, they didn't have all the software loaded in the app. So when I first got it and I turned it up and clicked on a feature, it was like, coming soon. And I was like, oh God, I bought a brick. But the good thing about DJI, like they always do, they always give good updates on their firmware. And as long as the hardware was already in place, where they just needed to do the firmware, I felt confident that I didn't waste my money. Now, my original one that I originally bought the day that it came out with the Mavic 3, I actually sold that one. And I sold it just before the Classic came out, because I was afraid that if I kept it and the Classic came out and it went really good, no one was going to pay top dollar for the original one when they can get it cheaper on the Classic. And, I sold my smart controller that went with it. And then later I came back and I ended up buying it again, because I got a really good deal on it overseas. Okay. Yeah. So because of that, I wanted to get the Mavic 3 Pro. I like to have the extra lens and a lot of that stuff. I'm not a super camera photographer guy, but I like some of the features. But my plan is right now probably to sell. I want to be able to have the Mini 3 Pro. My wife bought me the Air 3, and she's like, "It's waiting. Come home." It's like my bait to get me to come home quicker. And then I want to go to a thermal, just for the fact that some of the stuff I do in Thailand, working with the police on the border, sometimes they use drones, and it's interesting because we've got a family member that's there. So, me and him fly a lot. And when I had my first Mavic 3, and when he saw how good the zoom was, he's like, "We can see these guys crossing the water coming into the country. This is cool." So, he was showing his boss, and they had money there to buy the stuff, so they bought better equipment. But I would like to see what a thermal would do, because we get out there like 4 a.m., way before the sun comes up. And then they'll put the drones up on the border of the water where they come in on the ocean, and they'll come in by boats and from Myanmar, which is Burma, over into Thailand. And, they're dropping, smuggling, I mean, you name it, everything to get it in the country. So, okay. Okay, Steve, let me tell you about the extended batteries. I decided I wanted to try an extended battery for the Mini 3 Pro, but I wanted to try aftermarket battery instead of the DJI battery. And let me tell you what I found. The sensors don't work. You have to use the original DJI battery. So now I will say this, I get about an hour's time, but keep in mind, it cuts off all your sensors, which was really not a big issue for me. I don't use the sensors that much because usually I'm flying so high. If I was flying low and around stuff, the sensors are more important to me, and I'll do that. But usually I'll go up and, take real high shots anyway. So the sensors weren't really that important for me. And I bought the extended battery through Amazon. And man, I'm telling you one thing. I filmed July 4th a fireworks show with a standard battery. And keep in mind, we don't expect it to be up long. But I think I was up there for like 20 something minutes hovering, just filming. And it was ready to come home. I keep it at 20%. So it came back. But when I got this new extended battery and put it up, man, seriously, I could fly like just about an hour. And it really, really lasts. So I was happy with it. And the quality seems good. But again, I found out that the sensors didn't work. And I've had a couple other people that have bought one that's not from DJI also, and it was the same situation on theirs. They said it lasted about an hour. But for the money to get an hour out of that, I mean, that's pretty impressive for a battery for a drone being that small. But you can, like you said, the weight issue, you pick them up, you can tell the difference. But the funny part about it, if you're flying a drone up there, they can see where it's at. But here's the point. They don't know what the weight of the drone is. Are you on an extended battery or are you on a regular battery? Because I'll tell you one thing, if there was an issue where I did something wrong, like let's say it fell from the sky, by the time I picked that drone up, that drone is probably going to weigh a 20th of what it did before I took it off. So, not that I would do anything wrong, but there have been times where me and someone else may be flying the same drone, and and actually me and Al flew one time, and I told Al, something's wrong with my controller. And he's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Man, I'm going up and down and my drone's not moving." And he's like, "Robbie, stop." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "That's my drone." And I'm over here moving mine up and down, have no idea where I'm at other than, where the camera was. And it's when I first started flying. But the extended batteries, they work really, really well. So, and I think there's probably maybe a $18 difference between the third party battery for the Pro and buying just DJI's, which I had DJI credit. But like I said, I wanted to try a different battery and actually see how the aftermarket batteries work. And they last solid, they don't work 10 minutes and then go down to 2% where it's off. I mean, they hold their own just like the original batteries do. So, Michael, on the Mavic 3, it's different though. We got brick batteries in those. Those things are heavy, but we're not under a weight constraint on those anyway, because we know that they're not 250 grams. So Steve, what do you on your Mini 3 Pro? Have you gotten a hard case for it yet? Do you use a hard case or do you use a soft case? I just got some new stuff in that Starter RC sent me for the Mini 3 Pro. And man, they sent me a really cool controller cover. It's actually a shade to keep the sun out of the screen, but it also folds down over the actual controller to protect it when you put it in the bag. And man, it's pretty cool because I've had a lot of people ask me when they came out with these controllers, what's the two holes in the bottom of the controller for? Because everybody wants to know what they're for. So they actually utilized two screws that have got like little aluminum ends on it that screw in to help hold it onto the remote, which was an improvement compared to some of the other products that they've made for different controllers. Because when you're snapping something on place, over it, it's the flex holds it and that's it. So a lot of that stuff can come loose, or your tablet fall out, or your phone, or in this case a smart controller, maybe antennas in a way or something. But having the other the sun shield, it's pretty neat. And matter of fact, I got it here and I'll show you what it looks like. And this product is from Start RC. So if you look at it on the bottom here, it comes up here all the way around and then it covers the top. So that's what it actually looks like. And what makes it so cool is you just lift it up like so. Sorry about my green screen, guys. But it's got notches, different levels that you put it at. So you can open it up and use it, use it as the screen itself. And you can take it and close it like so. It's pretty cool. And it's very inexpensive too. It's under $20. So for the controller, it's pretty neat. Now I don't know what they're going to do about the new controller, because the new controllers that are out for the Air 3 have got antennas on it. And I don't know how that's going to do. I'm sure they're going to come out with something that's got a different, it's going to have to be mounted like thinner here, where it leaves this, the sides here loose. That way the antennas can be there. But I'm telling you, I think on Amazon, they're like $17.99. But Start RC makes them. It's pretty cool. It's pretty solid. And like I said, it's just got little, you can hear it. Man, my green screen's going crazy. Sorry, guys. And it locks down. So they sent me this, and then they also sent me they've got a new lanyard out for these controllers. So at the end here, you can see the aluminum. And it's really good quality on the way that these are, where they screw in. And let's see what we got here. Here's the lanyard that they sent. So it's a double fabric on both sides, so it's soft. But what I like about it is this part here. So they're heavy duty. So you're looking at about 36 inches here in length. So it's plenty long for the taller guys, or let's say the guys with the thicker necks. So I was happy to get this for this particular drone. But I'll say my favorite out of all of them, and they had sent me a case also, is I love the controller cover. I like it. It protects your sticks. They're right under there, and it opens straight up. So it's pretty cool. That way, when you're flying, it's gonna block the sun some. But I mainly like it for the part here that I can close it up and throw it right in my bag. I'll look and see, Steve, where y'all have Amazon there in UK? I think if I give you I've got a link here, and it may, if you've got Amazon there, they might, if you click on it, they might forward over to where you're at. Let's see what we got here. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Hey, no problem, man. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, look, Steve, do this then. Check this. This is my link. Now, keep this in mind. They sent me the link. It's not my link. Starter sent me the link and said, if you show the product, use this link. So, they did send us the product. So I'm not making no money off this, but I wanted to show it to you. But what I want to know on your end is there's the link. Tell me when you open that link. Does it open Amazon in your country, or is it only going to do US? That's what I want to know. I've never asked anybody that. What's going on? One Vision Aerial. You on to Minefield? Are you on your way to Minefield, or anybody? I've got some extra stuff I brought here that I gave away when I was in Thailand that I waited to deliver it when I was here. And before I head back, I will ship that out because I think I've got something coming to you, One Vision Aerial. I think I got some of Scotty's stuff from Australia that's coming to you. Okay, you're leaving for Minefield this afternoon. I know that there's a couple other people that are on their way. I'm not going to say who they are yet because if they don't want to pop in and get seen that they're going there, then I'm not going to tell everybody who they are. They'll just have to pop up on their own. But I know there's a couple guys that are heading down there now, and it's 2 hours from where I'm at. So I may drive out there tomorrow. I'm not really sure. I was letting the other guys know, and I ain't said anything to you about it yet. But I had a little bit of surgery done, and that's why I've kind of been in and out and not been doing the World Drone Community Show. Oh, hey, you got a better price, dude, at 16 than we do. Ours is 17.99 here. So it's at 16. So it's pretty cool though. But look, Steve, what I like about it is see the screws on the bottom of it. It comes with the screws and everything. It basically just where it unscrews here. Because everybody always wanted to know, when they built these controllers, what are those screws for? And I know they didn't build them for this company. We know that. But they did utilize it. So after that's off, just lift it up. It slides right off of it like that. So it's a really cool design. And before anybody makes any comment, there are 2 holes, one here and one here, if that matters for the signal. Don't know if it interrupted, but I've flown with it. It's not affected anything on my connection or penetration to the drone itself. So it's not an issue with signal that you're going to have. And it's made of pretty thick material. But hey, look at it this way. Instead of buying a case for it that you got to open and close and throw back in your bag, because you know how it is we carry stuff, it's just all built in the actual controller itself. So One Vision Aerial, I think you did. Do you got the Mini 3 Pro? And what drones are you taking with you down there? I'm going to get some of this, guys. I'm going to get some of this extra stuff that they send me. And as they send it to me, I'm just going to give it out to you guys that have these drones. Because I can't take a lot of heavy stuff with me when I travel back home, and they give it to me over there too. So if they're going to give it to me here and there both, the stuff they give me, I'll just give out to you guys and let y'all have it. Because they sent me this case for the Mini 3 Pro. It's got everything. Man, I hate my green screen, guys. You'll have to ignore the bad green screen, but they sent me the case for it. And actually, I'm working right now on doing a review on the case because there was a couple things on here that I wanted to do and test that other people just don't test. Like, I want to know how waterproof it is. We go into the lake, my friend. We're going to see how waterproof it is. Because a lot of people out there, they don't think it's that important. But if you go to every event, when you go to the South Florida drone meets, what happens every year? Somebody's drone hits the water, or they drop something in. Mini one, epic quads, they're all going. Yep. Well, I want to ask you guys something because I got 3 of you or 4 of you that are in the chat now. On these cases, I want to know y'all's opinion. What do you think that this is for here on the front of it? And on the side of these cases, what do you think this is for? That's what I want to know. Because nobody really talks about those that much, but I'll explain what these are. But what are these 2 pieces? This piece here and the front button here. What are they actually for? I'm going to do a survey here, and I want to get the answers on what y'all think it is. Steve, I've got a link for that case. Let me see how much it is. Tell me how much it is on your end. Hold on. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drop the link for the lanyard and the case both. I've already sent the other link. And tell me on your end what it shows up for. Here's the two links. Tell me in UK on y'all's how much they sell for. Because here on Amazon, the case is $45 and the lanyard is $19.99. Let me know what it shows up on your end in price. I just want to know what it is. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? Okay. AZ drone, dude, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Hey, Chuck, how you doing, buddy? You know, and I'll tell you something. A lot of people, AZ drone, dude, a lot of people don't know what this is for on the side. They have no idea. If you ask them, they have no idea what this is on either side, there and here. And I'll tell you, they're used. Another thing that a lot of people use them for. Some of the companies that make handguns. No problem, Chuck. No problem. Hey, we appreciate you stopping by. A lot of people that have the handguns that have these cases have that, and I'll tell you what they do. You guys have seen, like, in sometime you go in offices that have laptops. You know how they got that security cable that hooks to the laptop in the side, so you can't take the laptop away. It's got that chain on it. Well, they actually make a piece for these drone cases that you can get on Amazon, and it's got like an oblong square, and it's got a cable that runs through it, and it locks in the side of the case here. So when you actually open the case up, here, well, you slide it down here in this part, and then it locks. And they hook them in, like, say you got a van or something like that, and you're traveling with it. You know, you're going to go out and get drinks. Maybe you're going to go in and get gas or something like that. They'll hook it inside like the chair or something like that. So if someone reaches in to grab their case, they can, sure, they could break it loose, but it sure as hell would slow them down. So they actually make a device for these cases. And I'm going to talk to Start RC and ask them, are they selling that? Because they're kind of handy to have, when we put these things in our cars and we're traveling and all. Okay, $46. Well, I beat you by $1 in the case here. So, Dustin, what are you doing early this morning? Everybody's up and about. I wanted to do this on Friday, because I wanted to get in here. I wanted to know who was going to minefield for one. And, it's kind of like Friday. We've been through our week, kind of seen, got our stuff done. I want to know what happened through y'all's week, what y'all did, what you flew, and then let me know what y'all's plans are for the weekend. And Chuck, when's your next adventure, buddy? Where are you and the wife traveling to next to do some videoing? AZ Drone Dude, you're the first person that's ever answered that. And I'm telling you, I know what it was, but I've asked a lot of people what that was. You're the first person that's come up and made a comment that you knew what that was for the straps. I really like the case. My only complaint about the cases are the bottom parts where the legs are. See how they're like, it's an indention inside the circle? They slide everywhere. So if you guys have cases like this from Start RC or another case, uh, and you want legs to go inside of this, text me and I'll send you the 3D print code for it, and you can print them out in TPU and glue them in with like double-sided tape. That's what I did with the other cases they sent me in Thailand and put them on there. And AZ Drone Dude, I'll tell you what, you send me a list of what drones you have, and the next case that they give me, I'll send it to you. How's that? Oh, you're going to Iceland. My brother-in-law was going to go to Iceland. That would be, man, that'll be a video to watch right there. That'll be a video to watch. Chuck, what is the time difference between here and Iceland when you go there? What is the time difference? Is it going to be where you're able to maybe do a little bit of any kind of live while you're over there, just to kind of let us see what Iceland looks like? And also, what I want to know, Chuck, is tell me this: what drones are you taking with you when you go to Iceland? And are there any rules as far as you flying over there? Do you have to get permission first, or anything special that you found? Because I know you've done the research on it before you carry stuff that far. I want to know what the rules are. I'm not going to send you a Davis Fire case. If I got one of those, I would keep it. But the next one they send me, I'll send you a case. And matter of fact, I don't know if I have it. I'm gonna put my email in here. Send me your mail address, AZ Drone Dude, because I got some other stuff I just want to send you. Uh, Send it here. Y'all don't sign me up for no porn sites here. AZ Drone Dude, send me your mailing address there. Okay, there's a 5 hour, Chuck, there's a 5 hour difference. 5 hours behind or 5 hours ahead? I've sold all my Altel drones, AZ Drone Dude. But I'll tell you one thing, I am going to buy another drone, and I'll tell you why. Uh, about a year and a half ago, I tried to fly the Air 2S at the beach in Thailand, and I was too close. I was on the wrong side of the beach, which meant that I was too damn close to the hospital or airport or something. And the software was warning me to get back, and I had to like make a 10-minute walk to the other side of the beach to get far enough away to fly. And finally, I got tired of it, and I'm putting my Altel Light Plus up, and it didn't bother me. So I'm going to buy an extra drone. So when I run into those issues, I've got something else that's not going to geofence me in. Chuck, what do you mean one spare Mini 3 Pro? Spare? What the hell's a spare? Does that mean you got two of them, one for you and your wife both? Or is one a backup in case one breaks? Chuck, I'm not in love with the Avata. I sold mine 3 weeks after I got it. After flying the DJI FPV, the adrenaline just wasn't there for me with the Avata. Made too much damn noise. I don't fly low. I usually fly higher, and I wanted more speed. Okay, head of Eastern. Look, I'm going to show this again because you weren't on here when I showed Steve and Dustin and everybody else that was on here. I want to see if you've seen this yet. This is for your controller for your Mini 3 Pro. Have you seen this yet from Start RC? It locks over like a sandwich. There's two screws there that you just do with your finger, and it's this. Check this out. So it's a sun shield and a protector in one. It's cool. Good protection. You can get them and you can buy them right off Amazon. I was happy about this because some of the other I've got some other products that I put my controllers in, but again, it's like extra luggage when I'm going somewhere. I have to take it out, set it to the side, remember to put it back in. This is actually attached to the controller where it just slides over, but I do like the part where it opens up and you use it as a shield. So Chuck, let me know if you've seen that before, because they just came out with it. Start RC just sent it to me a couple of days ago. One's a stunt drone. Dustin, how long does it take you to get to Minefield from where you're at when you leave? How many hour drive is it? It's 2 hours for me if I decide to go. But if I went, I would probably I would think I would probably go on Saturday. I don't know. I may go down there on Sunday. I haven't decided yet. AZ drone, dude, I like the Altel too. And I'll tell you, I like the Light the Light Plus. It was a steady drone. I will say this: I was shocked about the battery, dude. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it looks like a freaking what is that drug they used to make that people were dying from because somebody put something in them? Those what do they call it? Contact. It was like a aspirin. It was called Contact. Something happened. They started putting something in it. Bad people were, and they were dying. So it's like the transparent pills have got little pellets, drugs on the inside. It looks like that. It's shaped like a damn what do you call it, dinosaur egg, like that. But they're heavy as crap. So I try to double glue that to above my rack. I've got a charging rack in Thailand that I charge all my batteries on, and I glued it and I put all three batteries on there, and I went to eat, came back, hell, they was all in the floor. RC Pro. They're this cover is supposed to work with the RC Pro. Don't quote me on that because I don't know how it works the way the antennas are on the Pro, because the difference between the other controllers, the bigger controllers, like you've got, some of the antennas only move up and down. The older model lifts up and down like this. The newer model actually moves separately, independent. So I don't know how this one would work in that, because I think the antennas would be in the case, but they did have in the spec that it would fit the RC Pro, but I'm questionable about that because those antennas are actually mounted to the front part of that controller, and I do have the controller, but I haven't tested to see if it fits yet. Yeah, you better hope it comes home alive. I'm really surprised, guys, with all the stuff going on in Hawaii, that we haven't seen that much drone footage of that. It's like we see what the news shows us over there. And from what I've seen, a lot of people are saying it's a lot worse than what media is showing. I wish somebody was over there that could actually use the drone so we could, get a little bit more firsthand on what's going on over there, get some better footage. Chuck, I'll tell you one thing though. Yeah, I know you might have the FCC hack for the RC Pro for better range, but you know what? Damn it, it gets good range. Now, I'll say this: the controller for the cheaper RC controller, the one that they came out with when they came out with the Mini 3 Pro, hell, I get better range out of the N1 controller hooking my cell phone to it than I do with this other controller. Now, but keep in mind, I don't usually fly that far out. I'll fly higher, but I don't fly far out. If I'm gonna fly far out, I'll use my RC Pro, and it's got the power, and I like it because I can have my apps and everything on there. Steve said he's going to try to scorch it, but the goggles integral work with the Mini 3 Pro net. Yeah, yeah, the Avata just wasn't something. I'm not doing anything where I need to be going in windows and through and out and stuff like that. And honestly, even with the DJI FPV, I'm dangerous as hell because I fly it full throttle the whole time, and it's great flying. But you got to be careful when you want it to stop, because when you're going that fast and then you stop it, it's still got that 30 or 40-foot drift where you're praying, please stop before it gets to the trees. Yeah, if I was going to fly over anything like that, the like volcano fire or anything like that, I definitely want to use something that goes quick so the heat doesn't affect it. And I sure wouldn't be low enough where the heat's going to affect it. Okay, you got a clamshell cover. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on here. I didn't know how many people were going to come in on a Friday morning. I figured more people driving a minefield would come on, but the ones that are in the trucks and cars are probably sleeping, other than the driver, and he can't watch. But I'm gonna probably start doing just a little morning type thing just to talk to you guys and all on Fridays. I may switch it up a little and pick some different ones. I'm not going to do it on the weekend because I know there are some morning shows that are on there, and mine is just the fact to kind of staying up to date with what you guys are going on with, and then I'm going to be doing more full time on some videos on some products, and I want y'all to be able to see the stuff, and I want to give some of this stuff away to you guys and try to help these manufacturers, because if we don't support these guys and give them business, they're not just going to stand around, and then we're going to be subject to paying, premium for our equipment, which I don't mind paying premium for our drones. But when it comes to cases and stuff like that, drone companies are not case companies. Okay. So we need to take care of our third party companies. And Start RC has just done an amazing job, because even when they come out with a new drone, before that new drone is out, they'll send me a picture of the case and say, this is what's going to come in the case. This is going to be the price range. And as soon as that drone's released, within a day or so, they've already got everything set up to have the case. And some of the other companies, it's like they want to see how many people buy a drone first before they'll actually go to market and make a product for it. Just for the fact that, oh, it may not be popular, we don't want to invest in building something, and then if it's a flunk on the drone. But most all of the drones that come out with from DJI, you know, they're the biggest. Tons of people are going to buy the stuff. But Start RC has done, I'm happy with them. They've done a good job for the products they've sent me. And, I've got a lot of companies that send me stuff to, I mean, I had one guy contact me and they said, hey, we want to send you this new stuff. And I looked at it and it was some kind of charger for like a Tesla. And I emailed them back and I said, well, how did you even get my name that you want me to do a review? And they said, well, I saw you on YouTube. And I was like, really? And I said, the YouTube, I said, what do I know about electric cars? I don't even have a Tesla, you know, and it doesn't do me any good. So anyway, but the drone people, yeah, volcano may have stopped erupting. Exactly. So anyway, well, look, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's almost 8 o'clock here. We've been on just about an hour. Hey, I appreciate the few of you that came on. I really appreciate that. And then along with that, AZ Drone dude, send me your mailing address to the email address that I put on file. And then, like I said, I got some stuff I want to send you, and I'll see if I can get you a case for one of your drones. And when they come in, I'll tell you which one it is. And if you prefer one for the Air 2S instead of the Mini 3 Pro, I'll give you a choice. When they send it to me and you want it, I'll just ship it to you. So other than that, look, guys, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna end this live now, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again next Friday. So see you guys. Thanks. I appreciate y'all stopping in.